to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at YOLO_app. I'm eagerly looking forward to all your submissions right after this class.
Guys, hello. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hi, Parth. Hi, Simran. Hi, Aman. Hi, Rahul. Hello. Thanks for joining in. Hi, everybody. So, I hope all of you all are doing absolutely well. And that was just the submission process that we have shared at the beginning so that you don't get stuck at any point while making your submissions. I hope you guys have been making your submissions consistently, and I would take a moment to personally thank each one of you all who have been making their submissions consistently so far in this course. Also, in terms of the number of submissions and most importantly, in terms of the quality of the submissions, I've loved each and every submission that I've received so far for all the classes of this course, precisely the previous two classes. And that has been a really, really great job. And as I keep saying, that you guys are uh, so talented that we have to make sure that we come up with an exciting class, we raise our bars high, and that's how it all works. So make sure that you are constantly and consistently making your submissions. Not constantly, I mean consistently making your submissions within the time limit that has been provided, because that is also a motivation for us, for the teachers here, to come up with different kind of courses. Also, if you have any special kind of demands for what kind of courses you want to attend, you can just drop down your suggestions in the chat section, in the comment section. So we'll see if we could come up with any of your demands, any of the courses that you would like to attend. So I welcome all of you all to the class 3 of this course, that is the bicycle mandala today. So we are going to create a bicycle mandala. That is again an exciting part of this course as well. The previous two classes have been immensely exciting for me, starting with the 3D mandala in the first class, then we had a landscape mandala, and now we are on to a bicycle mandala. And I love the way that we are trying to fuse the modern and the traditional art technique together. traditional art technique. A mandala is a very, very traditional art form, and see how are we making it versatile by fusing it, combining it, blending it with the modern techniques of landscaping or 3D mandala as we did in the previous two class. This time we are again back with a different technique. The mandala is the showstopper of the course, of course. We will have the mandala element in each and every class, but there would still be something very, very different that we do in every class. Okay, so as I said, each class will take you a step forward in all your learnings of mandala art form, and that is what is my intention behind this course. So we'll wait for a little while till then all of your friends are just joining in, and then I'll share the screen, we'll discuss the art materials, and then just get started with the class. Okay, so till then all of your friends are joining in. Quickly give me a thumbs up if you're ready with your art materials. Quickly give me a thumbs up in the chat section, in the comment section. Come on, everybody giving me a thumbs up if you're ready with the art materials. You're all excited for the class to get started. Yes, come on, quickly thumbs up in the chat section, everybody. Yes. So some of y'all are very, very dull. Come on, give me a bright smile as well. Come on, everybody giving me a bright smile. Yes, I want to see thumbs ups. As in when you're joining in, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready with your art materials. Come on, quickly, and give me a bright smile. No dull faces in my class. I want all of y'all to smile bright and shine. Yes, come on, quickly. Giving you 10 seconds. Last 10 seconds. If you're joined in, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready with your art materials. Give me a thumbs up if you're all excited for the class to get started. And give me a bright smile. I want all smiling faces, no dull faces in my class. Come on, quickly. Yes. Awesome. So many, many thumbs ups already coming in. And let us now get started. I'll quickly share the screen first. We'll discuss all the art materials, and then I'll just begin the core activity of today's class. Okay, let's start. So I've shared the screen. I hope you all can see the screen as well. Okay, so many thumbs ups already in, and all my smiling faces on the screen as well. So thank you so much for this response. Let us now quickly get started with the art materials first. Okay, awesome. So all set, and number one is the white drawing sheet, of course. So I have an A5 size of white drawing sheet. It's a journal, of course. I'm using a blank sheet like you can see it here. If you don't have a white sheet of paper, you can use any other colored sheet of paper, or you can also use a sheet from your notebook as well. That is totally fine. You need not have any blank sheet. If you have a blank sheet available at your place, well and good. If you don't have it, you can use a sheet from your notebook as well. Okay, so make sure that it is at least A5 size. A little smaller, a little larger than that would work fine as well. Okay, so at least the basic requirement would be an A5 size. A5 size is nothing but the half of A4 size. Okay, so the A4 size, the half of A4 size is A5 size. So if you have an A4 size, you can just use one half. You can just cut it into half and use the half side of it. That is an A5 size. So that's number one art material that we need. That's a blank white sheet of paper, or a sheet from your notebook, or any other colored sheet that is available at your place. That was the number one art material. Let's move to the second art material now. That's the first one that I have. Number two, we need a pencil and an eraser. Okay, so make sure you have a pencil and an eraser as well for creating the rough sketches, erasing your mistakes that you create with the rough sketches. So make sure you have two of these, that is the pencil and an eraser. Also, make sure that the pencil is well sharpened. Okay, so we don't need any bold pencils over here. We need a nice, clean, sharpened pencil in this class. Okay. Number three in the queue is this compass, of course, that we have been using since a lot, many times now. In the previous two classes as well, we use this compass. So make sure that you also have a compass with you. In case you don't have a compass, the compass is also called as a rounder. If you don't have a compass with you, you can use circular or objects which are available at your place, but make sure that they are of different sizes. So you can have anything like a lid or a bottle cap or some of these objects which have a circular circumference, and make sure those are of different sizes, at least 3 or 4 different sizes if you don't have a rounder. Okay, so the substitute for a rounder could be simple objects with circular circumference and of course of different sizes. Okay, but if you have a rounder, if you have a compass, well and good, you can just go ahead and use that. In case you're not having a compass, you can use those circular objects. In case you don't have any circular objects available at your place, you can just draw the circles free-handed. Okay, so you can just draw the circles free-handed. If you don't have any of these tools, that is totally fine as well. Okay, so don't worry if you don't have exact art materials, it's totally fine. And of course, the pencil that we have, we are all going to attach it to the rounder while we use it. Okay, so make sure that you have 2 of these, a pencil and a rounder. Okay, number 4, we need a ruler. I have a ruler here. You can also have a scale, a shorter version, that is a scale, to just draw a simple straight line. So make sure that you have a scale, a ruler, any just any of these, a ruler or a scale, to make straight lines. And finally, number 5, we have these colorful sketch pens here, but you need not have too many of these shades. The one that we predominantly required in this course is going to be a black sketch pen. So listen to me carefully first. If you don't have a black sketch pen, you can use a black ball pen or a gel pen or a marker pen, anything with a black ink if that's available at your place. In case you're not having anything with a black ink, you can use any other colored pen available at your place as well. That is totally fine. And additionally, I have these sketch pens. So the colorful sketch pens are totally optional. If you have 2 or 3 of these sketch pens at your place, you can just go grab those. In case you're not having these, you can use just one single pen of any color that is available at your place. Okay, so I'm being very, very open for the art materials here. You can use any colored pen that is available at your place. For me, I'm going to use this black sketch pen and few of these colored sketch pens, not much. In case you're not having these, as I said, you can use any colored pen that is available at your place. Okay. So that is all that we need in today's class for it to be all exciting and all super hit. Okay, so now I want a final thumbs up in the chat section that all of you have the art materials that I just stated. I also gave you the substitutes for the art materials. So in case you're having those substitutes, you can use those as well. So give me a thumbs up finally that you have all your art materials and you're all excited for the class to get started. Give me 10 seconds. Give me a thumbs up that you're ready with your art materials. Come on, quickly. Let's go 10 seconds. Give me a thumbs up in the chat section quickly. Yes. So we have got a lot many thumbs up. So I hope you guys are ready with the art materials. Let us quickly get started with the activity now. Okay. First of all, we are going to draw a straight line. So just use your scale or the ruler and draw a straight line slightly at the bottom of the page. Slightly at the bottom. Make sure that you are placing it straight. Okay, so you need to draw a straight line. It should be a little below the center of the sheet. Okay, so quickly observe this. I've drawn a straight line slightly below the center area of the sheet. Okay, not too much at the bottom side, not at the top side, but slightly below the central part of the sheet. Okay, so don't worry, I'm going to repeat it as well. Don't worry. I feel that the line is still not straight, so I'm going to erase it in a while and I'm going to make it straight. Till then, all of you all quickly draw a straight line and the area is set. I'm going to erase this because I think it is not straight over here. So let's quickly erase this and make a straight line now. Okay. Awesome. So I have this pencil and the scale here. Let's make a straight line this time. Okay. Yes. Awesome. So slightly at the bottom area, not too much, slightly at the bottom area. Make sure that you have at least 3 fingers, 4 fingers gap at the lower section. Okay. Yes, so this looks perfect to me. So I hope you guys are also done with the straight line at the area I mentioned of the sheet. And now let's move ahead. Listen to me carefully now. Okay, so whatever measurement we take in the rounder in the compass now, we need to keep it constant. Okay, so till the time I say don't, please don't change the measurements of the compass. First, listen to me carefully and then create it on the paper for yourself. Okay, so for the first time, I want all of y'all to listen to me carefully, observe it on the screen carefully, and then create it for yourself. Okay, so let's begin. Make sure that you place the point of the compass on the line that we have created. Okay, so this was the line that we created, the straight line that we created. And look how I'm placing this point right on the line. Okay, so it could be anywhere on the line, but it should be on the line. Okay, so it's slightly at the left side of the sheet and I'm placing it on the line. I'm placing the point of the rounder on the line. And then I'm going to draw a circle. Okay, so let us first observe this. I'm going to draw a circle. So a medium-sized circle, not very large, not very small. Okay, so I've drawn this circle now. Now, we need to keep this measurement same. Keep the measurement of the rounder same. We need to make the exact size of circle on the other side. Do not change the measurement the rounder, keep the rounder as it is, and now move to the other side and make a circle of the same size. Okay, and again, as you see, I've placed the point on the line only. The point of the compass should be placed on this line only, but now this time I'm going to be a little on the right side. Okay, let's begin. Awesome. This was the second circle that we created of the same measurement. Do not worry, I'm going to repeat it again. Okay, so 2 of these circles should have been created. I'm going to repeat it now. All of you all just carefully observe this in case you haven't. Okay, so we have our rounder attached with the pencil, all set, all ready, and all firm. We're going to place the tip, the pointed part of the compass on the line and slightly on the left side, and then draw a circle first. When we draw a circle, we make sure that we are making a medium-sized circle, not too far, not too on the left side, not too much on the right side, but slightly at the area that I've given over here. Okay. And then we keep the measurement constant. Do not extend or reduce the size of the compass. Keep it constant, keep it the way it is, and the same size of the circle we are going to create on the right side. Okay, and the technique remains the same. We are going to place the point of the compass on the line. We're not going to move it out of it. We're going to place it on the line only. Look how I am placing it on the line and slightly at the right side now. So make sure that there is good amount of gap between the 2 circles that we are creating. Okay, so this is the gap between the 2 circles that you can see over here, and we have these 2 circles ready now. Okay, so what you can do now is just mark the center point. Okay, just mark the center point. Center point is nothing but the point where you placed the rounder. Just mark those with the help of the pencil. Okay, so just with the help of the pencil, mark those points. Just create a dot on the point at the place where you kept the point of the rounder. Okay, so just mark those 2 dots. And now again, we're going to create the same size of concentric circles for both of these circles. Okay, so again, we have to keep the measurements of the rounder constant. We need not change it, we need not reduce it, extend it, but constant. Okay, so let us begin with the first circle now. We're going to start with the innermost circle, so the smallest circle. Do not change the measurement. Once you're done, do not change the measurement. I'm making a circle over here. It would be visible in a while, don't worry. Okay, so now as you see, I've made the smallest circle inside. Now using the same measurement, the similar measurement, I'm going to create a concentric circle at the second side as well, second circle as well. Keep the measurement same and create a smaller circle. Okay, so whatever size of circle we create on one side of the circle, we are going to use the same measurement to draw the concentric circles on the other side as well. Okay, now let's make circles beyond this. Place the compass point, the rounder point at the same dot that we have marked. That's the reason we have marked those dots, so that we don't forget about the point that is to be placed on. Okay, extend it a little bit and draw another circle now. Do not change the measurement, keep the measurements constant and draw it on the other side as well. I'm drawing it on the other side as well this time. Keep the measurements constant. You need not reduce the size, need not extend it. And then we're going to extend again and draw another circle. Make sure that you have at least this amount of gap between the circles. And now I'm creating another circle, another concentric circle on the other side again, using the same measurement, not changing the measurement again, keeping the measurement constant. Okay, and finally, let's add another circle in the gap over here. And the same circle we are going to create on the other side by keeping the gap constant, keeping the measurement constant. So if you see, I'm not changing the measurements over here. I'm keeping it constant for both the circles. Okay, so this is what should have been created up till now. We have two sets of concentric circles ready over here. So one is slightly on the left side, one is slightly on the right side. And we have in total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 5 circles. These are set of 5 circles, and similar thing is on the other side. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 concentric circles over here. So this should be done by now. Now again, let's remove the pencil and draw the other parts of the bicycle now. So these are going to be the wheels of the bicycle. Let's quickly add the handle, the pedals, the seat, and complete the rough sketch. Okay, so now carefully observe this. Right from the center point away, you can either use a scale or you can draw a freehand version. You just need to draw a diagonal line. So see how I've just used this point. I'm starting a diagonal line right from this point. Okay. Next, let's add a pedal first. So I'm going to create a very, very tiny circle next to this set of circles. Then draw a diagonal line up and an oval shape. Then again a diagonal line below, and then an oval shape. Don't worry, I'm repeating it again. I hope you guys are done with this first diagonal line, which is going to be the handle of the bicycle. Let's move ahead to the pedal now. Draw a tiny circle first. This circle is done, and then add the pedals with the diagonal line and an oval. Okay, so just a diagonal line and an oval. Okay, there we go. And now mark a center point of the circle that we created. Just like you could see it here, I've just marked a dot at the center, roughly at the center. And then we again draw a curved line. We are just drawing a curved line over here. So this was the curved line that I've created. Let's add a seat over here. Or first connect this line to the center point. Okay, so don't worry, I'm repeating it. So this was the dot. Then we created a curved line, connecting this curved line to the center point of the circle on the left, on the right side. Then let's create the seat. The seat could be either an oval one or the way you want it to be. Then we're just going to connect these two joints with the help of a diagonal line again. Okay, so let's repeat it right from the seat over here. So at the top section of the curved line, we are going to create an oval shape or a curved shape with a pointed edge to create the seat. You can simply draw a rectangle over here if you're not comfortable. And then finally connect the handle and the seat with the help of a horizontal, slightly diagonal line. Let's add the handles over here now. So these are the handles, and add a basket as well. So I'm going to add a basket as well. If you don't want your bicycle to have basket, you can just skip this. But if you would like your bicycle to have a basket, you can create it as well. Okay, so we have a beautiful bicycle rough sketch all ready in front of us. I hope you guys are also done with it. And now it is just time to get into the mandalas. So what we are going to do is, instead of creating wheels over here, we are going to draw mandalas over here. Okay, so you already see the gap between these concentric circles. We are going to quickly go ahead and fill in those patterns that we have learned in the previous two classes. So we are not going to learn any new patterns this time. You can use the same patterns that we learned in the previous two classes, or you can use your own choice of patterns and fill in these gaps of circles. Okay, so let's begin quickly. I'm using a black sketch pen. You can use any other colored pens, as I said. Let's start with the first gap of circle. I'm drawing circles. I'm drawing tiny circles in this gap. Okay. So everybody start drawing the tiny circles inside the first gap of concentric circles. Leave the center blank. Leave the center blank in the first gap of concentric circle. We are going to create these circles. Okay. And now whatever pattern we give to the first wheel of the bicycle, we are going to create exactly the same pattern on the other wheel as well. Okay, so let's begin with the other wheel. I'm creating these circles. So do not rush the process. You can either complete one wheel in this class and keep it as a reference for the other wheel and then complete it. Or if you feel you are able to complete both of these simultaneously, you can do that as well. Okay. All right, awesome. So we are on to the second wheel. We are drawing these circles in the gap. And as I said, it's a rushed process. You can just complete one wheel in this class, and then you can complete the other wheel after this class ends. Okay, don't worry, let's repeat it. So this was the first wheel where we created these tiny circles in the first gap. Now we are creating the exact same thing on the other wheel as well. So drawing tiny circles in the first gap of concentric circles. And as I said, whatever pattern we give in the first wheel, we're going to use the same patterns, same set of patterns in the next or the side wheel as well, the other wheel as well. Okay, so we're just done with the first layer. Let's move ahead to the next layer. I'm going to draw these simple lines over here. Okay, so could you spot these lines that I'm creating over here? So this is the simple pattern that I'm giving over here, a simple set of lines, and I'm going to follow it throughout this gap of circles. Okay. These are tiny, cute mandalas on wheels of a bicycle that I'm trying to create over here. And as I said just a few minutes ago, that you can just complete one wheel if you feel that the process is too much rushed. You can just focus on one wheel as of now and then complete the other wheel later on. But if you feel that you are at the perfect speed as of now, you can complete both the wheels simultaneously. Okay, so that's how I created the lines. Now again, the exact similar thing we are going to create on the other side as well. First, I'll just give an outline. I'm just going to give an outline to the circle so that it looks a little neater. Okay, so just given a perfect outline. Let's do the same thing on the other wheel as well. Okay, so just giving this lines on the other wheel as well. All right, there we go. So exactly the similar thing on the other wheel as well. We are going to make the two wheels exactly the same, with all the same patterns, with all the same sizes of patterns, and that's the reason we created the concentric circles in the same sizes as well. Okay, these are tiny mini mandalas on wheels. And as I said, we're not going to make use of any different patterns in this class. We're just going to apply the patterns that we learned in the previous class. Okay, so we're just done with two of these over here. So we started with the first layer of circles, then we added the lines, and finally the outline. Let's move ahead to the third layer now. The third layer, the third gap of concentric circles. And I'm going to create these flower petals this time. Okay, so I'm creating these flower petals this time. This was again the same pattern that we have learned in the previous class. You can use any other pattern you like. You can use leaf shapes that we have learned. We have also learned spirals or any pattern of your choice. But I am going to use flower petals as the next layer. So the flower petals are nothing but inverted alphabet U, tiny ones, inverted alphabet U that I'm creating over here. Okay, so don't worry, I'm going to repeat it. Let's begin right from here on the third layer, and I'm going to create these flower petals over here. Simple inverted alphabet U, simple regular flower petals that we have learned in the previous class as well. So this is the pattern that I'm using in the next layer. And of course, whatever pattern we use in this wheel, we are going to create a replica in the other wheel as well. Okay. And as I said, if you feel that the process is a little rushed, you can just focus on one wheel as of now, and then you can complete the other wheel later on. Using the same pattern on the other wheel as well, the flower petals. Okay, creating these flower petals. All right. And there we go. We are already done with 3 of these layers, and I hope you guys are also creating this along with me. In case you're not at the same speed, the same pace, I hope you guys are at least completing one part of the wheel and keeping the other side blank. That's totally fine. You can complete it later on when the class ends. Okay, let's move to the last layer now, the last layer. And I'm going to create these spirals in the last layer. The simple spirals that I'm trying to create. Okay, simple spirals. Let's keep rotating the sheet, the book, the journal as well, so that we are comfortable while creating these patterns. So as I said, I'm going to create these spirals in the last layer. You can make your own choices of patterns in this layer as well. Feel free to make use of your own patterns in this class. I am giving these spirals over here. And of course, if I use spirals in this wheel, I'm going to give the same spirals in the other wheel as well. All right, almost reaching the last spiral of the row. Awesome. Now exactly the same thing on the other wheel as well. Some spirals over here. And then we continue right for the entire ring of circle. Okay. As I said many times already, you can just focus on one circle and complete the other wheel. You can just focus on one wheel at this moment and then complete the other wheel later on. But if you feel that the speed is comfortable enough to complete the entire set of circles, both the wheels, you can just go ahead. So since these are very tiny forms of mandalas as compared to the previous ones, it is a little quick to complete because we don't have too much of gaps here and we have a very tiny version of the mandala over here. Okay, we're just done with the wheels over here and it looks really pretty to me by now. Let's just go ahead and first outline all the other parts of the bicycle as well. Let's quickly outline everything that we created over here. That was this diagonal line. And then let us also quickly outline the pedal and also the seat, everything, all the parts, all the joints that we created for the bicycle. Let's quickly outline those nicely, cleanly. Okay, on the pedals, and then let's outline this joint over here. Okay, then the seat and this joint, of course. All right. Make sure that you're very, very neat in outlining all of these. And that's the reason we created a rough sketch first, so that it's easier for us to outline those and make it all neat and perfect. And now onto this basket over here. As I said, if you want to skip the basket, you can skip the basket, but I would want my bicycle to have some basket as well. So I've created one over here and I'll give a quick pattern. I'm creating these diagonal lines. First, parallel diagonal lines and then parallel lines again on the opposite side, so that we have this net effect being created over here. Don't worry, gonna repeat it again. So this was how I created the parallel lines first, diagonal parallel lines, and then the same parallel lines, but on the opposite direction. And that's how you arrive at a net effect that we generally see on the baskets of the bicycle. Okay, that looks all beautiful to me by now, but I'm just going to go ahead, add a little extra touch to my bicycle and add some flowers into the basket. You can skip this process again if you feel that you want your bicycle to be the way it is. But for me, I would want it to have some flowers. So I'm just creating some rough sketches of flowers with different colored sketch pens. You can skip this process if you want. But I'm going to create some flowers over here of different colors, different shapes and sizes as well. Okay, there we go. Simple flowers, not very fancy, simple ones in different colors. All right. Awesome. I'm going to ahead with some tiny leaves here and there, some random ones, just for a little bit of detailing. Okay. Awesome. So this looks very, very pretty to me now. This was what we created today. For me, the pencil lines are still visible because the sketch pen ink has not dried yet. So all of y'all, once your sketch pen lines are all dried, all your ink lines are all dry, you can just erase all the pencil lines that are visible and make it picture perfect and final for the class. Okay, so I'm not erasing it right now since the ink is still wet, but once it is completely dried, I'm going to just go ahead and erase all of these pencil lines that are visible. And that is what we created in today's class, and this was the concept of mandala on wheels, and we just ended up creating a pretty bicycle in today's class. I hope you guys enjoyed creating this along with me. I had too much fun creating this along with you all. And if you enjoyed this class, please do make your submissions. And in the next class again, we have a very exciting element of this mandala. So make sure that you don't miss onto it. And also for this class, do make your submissions on time. And I'll see you in the next class. Till then, please take care of yourself and keep enjoying all the hobby classes on Uolo. I'll see you super soon in the next class, and give me a thumbs up if you're gonna attend the next class as well. Okay, so see you super soon. Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, we are excited to have you here in today's fun-filled learning session at Uolo. Here is a quick look at how you can submit your work after the class. As a first step, go to live.uolo.com. You can use any browser to access this site. On this page, you will see a list of all our classes. Scroll down and you can see the Submit Your Work button. And then you will see a list of the classes that you've last attended, which could, for example, show the dance or craft or science experiment classes you've attended recently. Next, it will show you the list of children whose names are registered in this mobile number. Choose your name from this list to submit your work. For instance, if you are Satvik Kumar, choose that name. And then choose the class for which you would like to make your submission. For example, if you've attended the New Year's Masquerade Party session, and you'd like to make the submission for this class, click on the Submit Your Work button below that. And then upload the photo you've taken. Choose the image from your phone and click Submit. You can scroll down and view all your past submissions and see how many of your friends or peers have liked your work. You can also see others' work and like their work to inspire your friends. If you want to showcase your work on social media, that too is very simple. Click on Share, copy the link and post it on Instagram or Facebook or any other platform of your choice. Just a tiny reminder, your submission looks a lot better if you could click a photo in the landscape mode rather than the portrait mode. Do not forget to tag us at Uolo_app